Hello, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. This chapter we're going to be talking about after leaving my job. I think I'm gonna split these up slightly, which is why it might be 7A, 7B, 7C. Just because the next video is about learned helplessness. I think that is a better topic on its own, but I'm going to record this all as the three topics together, if that makes sense. But yeah, after leaving my job, well, I hit a big sort of bout of depression. I didn't sort of ask for it to happen. It just kind of did, really. I just sort of lost all my hobbies, friends, the sports, streamers I used to watch and enjoy. Well, it just all went, really. I mean, it was like the whole world was sort of like in black and white grayscale. It was just, no sort of had colour. I just didn't enjoy things. I thought to myself, were I just pretending to enjoy these things? Um, what's my personality? Do I like these things really? Or I didn't know if it was going to come back or what was going to happen really. It did come back eventually. And there was also some other um, factors which may have played a role into that, which is on the last, the 7C, chapter 7C, and the last piece of the puzzle. But yeah, I was on social media, and then I left everything really. Everyone on Twitter, sort of Facebook, Snapchat. And, well, now I've come off it. To be honest, I don't really want to go back. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise almost, because Twitter kind of just turned to shite. And there was some good people on there. I was in darts group chat. There were some fun people on there. I like the whole darts community. One of the reasons why I started tweeting more on Twitter was to actually follow more people. I hit the 5K following limit because I've been on it since like, I want to say 2012-ish. Been on it for a while, but I follow quite a few communities like TF2, like F1, like Twitch streamers, other video games. So, yeah, in order to follow more people, I just started tweeting, and then I got more followers, and then was able to follow more people. But yeah, I was on there. We were in I was in a group darts group chat full of minors. Really, well, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
Now, I'm getting the word nonce.
No, no, it's not that bad. Trust me, it's not that bad. I mean, there was other people in there. There was famous people. There was like there was world darts champion Luke Humphries. He was in there. He was in there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, because you've broken the law. What you've done is illegal.
Yeah, now I'm panicking.
Yeah,
Don't panic.
No, I am, because I'm going to lose my job.
But was you panicking when you was here to meet the child?
No, but I'm going to lose my job
no,
now.
exactly.
No, don't worry. No one's gonna lose the job. No, it was it was fine. It was kind of funny, but yeah, I will play this. This group chat is another section. It'll be on the vaping chapter, I believe. So if you wanna, that's already uploaded by this time. You can go and see that there. But I will just play that funny joke then. That will come later on. But yeah, I was also addicted to. Well, this is was from the first episode where I talk about addictions that you might think you won't be able to get addicted to, but I was addicted to consuming narcissistic abuse recovery content, which I don't know if is, well, like before I mentioned with the OCD, like wanting to save and stuff, but yeah, it just kind of broke me really once I figured it out, and it was a bit like a betrayal. Like once you figured out what someone's been doing to you for so many years, it was like a 4-year thing I've been working there. But yeah, I was just addicted to like saving stuff like and consuming narcissistic abuse recovery content, which I do like the narcissistic abuse recovery community. It's quite wholesome. Absolutely, one of the most wholesome communities you'll ever come across. Really, we all sort of support each other, but it got to a point where it was just consuming me, and I felt like I reached a level of understanding where I found out the tactics that were used against me and against others as well. And I reached a point where it was just consuming me. I was like, is this a really good use of my time? Or I thought, I'm just gonna have to let it go. I thought, what's happened. I'm just gonna have to use it as use it as a tool for my next, not tool, use it as a understanding for my future relationships. Now I've been there and lived through it, I'm just gonna have to forget about it and move on, really. But yeah, I just couldn't stop consuming it, basically. Which, like I say, you might not think you can be addicted to something like that, but I was really hurt at the time. It weren't fun. I don't really need to play on that, but yeah, eventually I did move on to consuming more of the science behind some of these things, like with like substance use, and drugs, and nutrition, which is one of the big topics about this video, is nutrition and all stuff I've learned. I mean, these were just like white papers I downloaded whilst I was probably high at the time. I just wanted to keep a paper trail. I like saving things. I mean, don't get. I've not read all of these white papers back to front, and that would be a complete lie. I mean, I have at least read the abstract or a conclusion, or some of them I have read more of. But I'm not going to pretend here like, oh, I'm some magical human who's just read them back to front. That would be a straight up lie. I just sort of saved them. It might be interesting to see the paper trail, and I will actually go back and read them, because I do have a pretty good attention span now. Like, I can sit down and read books. I can focus. I can do quite a bit, to be fair. But yeah, there's another thing with like we mentioned before, low latent inhibition, and how I might have picked up things sort of subconsciously in a way, and making connections which I might have otherwise not made it with. I'll get onto it, because low latent, it has a another chapter in the future on its own, with some maybe examples I can share with you. But yeah, I'd just be like addicted to downloading all the science and stuff, and that's sort of what I channeled my energy into, instead of being focused on narcissistic abuse. I was like, you know what, like, what's a better use of my time? I'll just sit and read some of the science. I do actually enjoy reading this stuff. It does interest me, and I feel like I can explain some well, not overly complex, but I think I've got some interesting takes on some things to explain them in a bit of an easier way. I know a lot of these experts try and overcomplicate things and just like name drop random people. Oh, have you heard X's sort and take on this? I'm like, no, I haven't. Just get to the fucking science, please. I don't give a fuck about you or your podcast. So I'm gonna try and explain in the science episode some of the things a little bit easier, or at least how I've seen them. But yeah, no, the depression was not good. That is how I looked, like Ian Beale. I mean, I probably looked alright, but like at the time, like with the substance use and just like feeling like shit, I just felt like, I don't know, the whole world was just like, well, not out to get me, but just, I felt like I didn't belong in this world, really. I still did have accountability. I was still taking my auntie to and from work every day, which I'll get into another thing about accountability and addiction. But yeah, everything sort of fell out of whack. Like, yeah, I stopped reaching out to my friends because I thought they hated me. And, well, there were times where I wanted to reach out again. I was like, am I just going to do this again? Am I going to disappear for a month, 2 months again? 'Cause, I mean, I didn't choose to disappear. It just sort of happens, and something like adjustment disorder, which I might think, which I think sort of fits the bill for this, which is sort of happens when you've been in an extreme environment, or like you've lost a job, or something like that. And that can be around 3 to 6 months recovery. Well, a lot of people don't have three months. You know what I mean? People can't just take 3 months, salary or thing. I mean, I was lucky to have the savings. I mean, it's all gone at this point, but it did buy me some time to look back and reflect. But a lot of us don't have that, and well, that's what I want to, well, hopefully change or sort of inspire people behind this video, or these series of videos, to I don't know, at least try and change things or give a perspective to hopefully make things better. But yeah, it was also maybe like a quarter-life crisis at the same time. I didn't know the direction of where my life was heading. I was basically reduced to nothing, really. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I was going to start maybe like a narcissistic... I thought about making narcissistic abuse recovery content, but I thought there's a lot of people out there doing that already. I thought, I mean, I could have probably made a decent go at it, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to tackle the full problem, in a sense. I thought I had to sort of aim higher, which sounds a bit weird. But hopefully with the rest of these videos and the context included, sounds a little less weird. But I thought, because there's information I want to get across, but I can't really get that across. But I thought the only way I can get it across effectively is if I tie it to my own story and apply it to my own circumstances and situations that I was in myself, and hopefully people might want to listen to me. But yeah, so there's that. So now moving on to the next chapter, which is learned helplessness.